Moin Moin and welcome to Ralfs Foto-Bude. Yeah, a few weeks ago I presented the Nikon Coolpix A. Now it's in the Foto-Bude. Yeah, that's a camera with a fixed focal lens and an APS-C sensor with 16 megapixel. Yeah, let's have a look at the camera. So, here we are with the warranty card. And then we have the with a box with the CD. And here we go on top the camera and the accessories. So let's have a look first at the accessories. It's a small nice box. Inside we have the battery charger. Then we have a camera strap. Nice one. An adapter for the European voltage outlets, USB cable, and the battery. So let's get the battery, we need it later. So here we are, the battery. Yes, and here it is, the Nikon Coolpix A. Yeah, that's the camera. It's very slim. Has no viewfinder compared to the Fujifilm X100 which has a viewfinder. The Coolpix A doesn't have a viewfinder. Yeah, on top we have the dial, programmable dial, and then we have the on-off switch and the shutter release program dial, flash for an external flash and the built-in flash. Let's pop out the built-in flash. Then we have a FN button, yeah, and we have, if you have a look here, you can see it a little bit better. The second part of the camera, this is a dial, so there you can, it's for manual focusing. And on the front we have a ring you can remove and put some adapters or anything else on the Nikon Coolpix. Yeah, on the side we have the switch to change between autofocus, manual focus and macro. Then we have at the side the connection for USB and a combi port. On the other side we have the HDMI. Yeah, and that's a look of the back side of the camera. We have the big dial on the back side with the OK button in the middle, the menu button, replay button, info button, and the trash. On the other side we have the question button and the magnifier for replay, get larger and smaller, the ISO button and function 2 button, and the correction button on top. Yeah, the screen is a built-in screen. It's not a touch screen. You cannot turn the screen, so it's fixed. Now, and let's put the battery inside the camera and an SD card in the camera. So just turn it around like this. That's it. And now here is the on-off switch. Just turn the camera on. Yes, and here we are. So this is the camera. The focal length is 18.5 millimeters. So compared to a full frame, it's 28 millimeters, and the aperture is 2.8. Yes, so this the camera looks like. So let's go to the menus. I think first we have to change to the English menu. Just go down, there we have the language, so let's go to English, here we are. Yes, and the menus, you see the menus are very similar to the Nikon menus in the other cameras, like in the DSLRs or in the compact cameras. So there are not many differences. So if you know the Nikon menus of these cameras, it's very easy to learn this menu too. We have the replay menu or the playback menu, where you can do different things like playback folders, rotate and stuff like that. Then you have the shooting menu with the active D-lightning, long exposure. Just go to this to the start. You have the storage folder, you have the image quality. There you can change between RAW and JPEG and both combined. Then you can set the image size, white balance, picture control. You have the color space, you have active D-lightning, long exposure noise reduction, high ISO noise reduction. You can set the ISO sensitivities for auto ISO and the maximum sensitivity. Then you have built-in AF assist illuminator, exposure compensation for flash control for built-in auto bracketings, and interval timers. Here you can set a start time and an end time and set how many pictures the camera should take. So yeah, let's go back to the menu. And you have the movie settings. Oh, just go back to the movie settings. Sorry, where's the movie setting? Just go this and this. So let's go to the movie settings. And in the movie settings, you can set up to full HD up to 30 frames per second. So it's not a 60 frames per second, 60p, but 30 frames per second. That's there you can choose from. Yeah, and then you have the setup menu, and the setup menu is all the things you know, like HDMI, photo info, flicker reduction, time zone, language, image comment you can make, self timer, and so on and so on. So these are the usual settings. You can set the FN button, that's the button on the front. Here you have the FN button. You can set the FN button with a function you want to. You see there are a lot of different things you can choose from. So this is the FN button setting. You can set the ISO button is this side and the FN2 button. So you can put a GPS module on the camera on this on the side port. You can put on a GPS module, a Nikon GPS module. Yeah, and here we have the retouch menu where you can retouch the pictures you have taken with D-lightning, red eye correction, monochrome, filter effects, and anything you want. So yeah, these are the menus. I think the menus are very easy to understand, so there's no hassle to work with it. It's like the good Nikon menus. So let's have a look. If I go to the manual focus, you see you have the dial here in front of the camera where you can focus. You see there on the side is the focus, and I don't know, I never tried the camera before. Yeah, you see if I press the plus button, the magnifier button, you get in the magnify and you can focus very good on a certain point, like here on my logo. You see it's very crisp and sharp, so you can, the manual focus is very nice, and if you go back with the minus, you get the full picture again. So it's very easy to work with it to manual focus. Yeah, so this is the first view and the first touch and feel of the Nikon Coolpix A. In the next few days I will test the camera and present the results on my internet page. Unfortunately only in German, but there are a lot of test pictures you will see also on my Flickr account. So in the next days have a look at my Flickr account. There's a section for the Coolpix A. Maybe you take a look on my internet page, and there are some interesting things to see for the Coolpix A. And for sure, if the test is at the end, I give you a full review of the Nikon Coolpix A. So this is my first look to the Nikon Coolpix A. Thank you for watching me. Come back again on my YouTube channel. There are a lot of more videos to see, and for now I say moin moin.